flew his earnest words among the blossoms blown. Then thus again the brilliance feminine, too frail of heart for this lost nymph of thine. Free as the air, invisibly she strays about these thornless wilds of pleasant days. She tastes unseen, unseen her nimble feet leave traces in the grass and flowers sweet from weary tendrils and bowed branches green. She plucks the fruit unseen, she bathes unseen, and by my power is her beauty veiled, to keep it unaffronted, unassailed by the love glances of unlovely eyes, of satyrs, fawns, and bleared saloon who sighs. Pale grew her immortality for woe of all these lovers, and she grieved so. I took compassion on her, bade her steep her hair in weird syrops that would keep her loveliness invisible yet free, to wander as she loves in liberty. Thou shalt behold her, Hermes, thou alone. If thou wilt, as thou swearest, grant my boon. Then once again the charmed god began an oath, and through the serpent's ears it ran warm, tremulous, devout, saltarian, ravished. She lifted her Circean head, blushed a live damask, and swift lisping said, I was a woman, let me have once more a woman's shape and charming as before. A deal divine. Did you know a serpent's plea could unlock what gods can't see? Your nymph roams invisible and free. I love a youth of Corinth. Oh, the bliss, give me my woman's form and place me where he is. Stoop, Hermes, let me breathe upon thy brow, and thou shalt see thy sweet nymph even now. The god on half-shut feathers sank serene. She breathed upon his eyes, and swift was seen of both the guarded nymph near smiling on the green. It was no dream, or say a dream, it was real are the dreams of gods, and smoothly pass their pleasures in a long immortal dream. One warm, flushed moment hovering it might seem, dashed by the wood nymph's beauty, so he burned. Then lighting on the printless verger, turned to the swooned serpent, and with languid arm delicate put to proof the lifted deuce and charm. So done upon the nymph his eyes he bent, full of adoring tears and blandishment, and towards her steps she like a moon in wane faded before him, cowered nor could restrain her fearful sobs, self-folding like a flower that faints into itself at evening hour. But the god fostering her chilled hand, she felt the warmth, her eyelids open bland, and like new flowers at morning song of bees bloomed, and gave up her honey to the leaves. Into the green recessed woods they flew, nor grew they pale as mortal lovers do. Wait, are we talking about something? You were telling me something about a nymph and Hermes. Oh, right. Left to herself, the serpent now began to change. Her elfin blood and madness ran. Her mouth foamed in the grass therewith besprent. Withered at dew, so sweet and virulent. Her eyes in torture fixed and anguish drear. Hot glassed and wide with lid lashes all sear. Flashed phosphor and sharp sparks without one cooling tear. The colors all inflamed throughout her train. She wreathed about, convulsed with scarlet pain. A deep Vulcanian yellow took the place of all her milder moon body's grace. And as the lava ravishes the mead, spoiled